like, if the choice is to, or do it better, yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, I know a couple of demonstrations, I kind of blew it when presenting to people, they got mad at me thinking I'm kind of pushy and not being nice enough to people who had questions. It's like herding cats sometimes, you know. The thing, when you're dealing with other anarchists and everything, the key thing is have a clear plan and say, this is what we're doing, everybody buy into it, and then we don't have to argue. Yeah. And then if you come in late, this is where it is. Then you can't change the rules. Come on, people, we're all trying to move in one. Moving people to do something is hard for anybody. Pacifist or not. Sometimes I didn't do well. Are there any issues or problems that you were voicing for that didn't get resolved?
So basically what the question said, it's like, so with any issues, like say for example, you're really advocating or protesting against like this like certain thing to be implemented or an issue, and then it got resolved, like did it ever get resolved like the way you didn't want it to? Why didn't you want it to get resolved like that, and what would you have preferred?
Okay, I think I've been on the losing side of pretty much every battle I've been involved in. If you measure success by being effective and changing the powers and principalities. However, the way I argue is I'm a human being in a group of human beings, and I'm two things. I'm an individual and I'm part of a human body. Now, when I say human body, again, I'm a modern person now. I know there are like 10 billion of us. I mean, I'm mindful of this. The people who wrote this book had no idea of that. This is a uniquely moment in human history because I'm modern. All I feel is an overwhelming sense of we really haven't done a good job of being human. So where are we at? We're in trouble. What is my solution? Not so much solution, but this is where I'm putting my life, my commitment. And the other thing is, to be human, as Bob Dylan, the great theologian, said, you got to serve somebody. What you need to hear of that is, to be human, you have to have something that you give your allegiance to, something you're committed to. To be human is to try to do something. Every one of you are a human being, and being human is to try to accomplish something before we die. Death is the marker that commands our life. Every human being's got to deal with the marker and come up with some plan. And that is what you believe in. And allegiance, I think, is more important than the word faith, because everybody gives their allegiance to something. Hear me out. We all got 24 hours. You're doing something with that 24 hours. You're spending somewhere with that 24 hours to do something with yourself, to get something done. There is where your allegiance is. And I'm suggesting that you create space in that time where you can serve the poor, bridge the gap between you and those who are, and live in communes, because that's the early church. Oh, and let's practice loving our enemies, not, cheering on the killing of them, or participating in institutions that do that. That's not easy to do, but doable. I always like that. Everything I'm saying is doable. If I can do it with the PA and PE, anybody can do this. Everybody has a call. And at this point, you've got a default personality. Work with it. Don't complain about it. If your parents gave you all the trouble, you can only blame them so long, then move on. I mean, that's the thing about default personalities. You really do need to move on, even if there was a good default. The whole point is move on. and do something with it. The something I'm suggesting is be part of bringing the kingdom of God to earth. That's what we say in Our Father. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So the deal isn't to try to get to heaven. The deal is to bring heaven to earth. And the playbook is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. It's filled with phrases like the kingdom of God is this. How many times should we forgive? 70 times 70. Hey, man, try doing that. Lend money but never expect to get repaid. Hey, I remember telling the banker in my congregation, how are you going to do that at your bank? But that's what the text says. I mean, it's no lie. I mean, that's the world the text is suggesting us to get into. And will it work? Yeah, it'll get you to the cross. That's it. I just want to be upfront about the text. Don't lie about it. Yeah. All right. Hey, did I answer your 2 questions?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyone else have a question? Yeah.
As a man of philosophy myself, and I'll probably talk to you later on about this, because I think I'd love to pick your brain on it. What is one philosophy you would like to leave with everyone here? You've definitely talked on philosophy and morality and whatnot from the church's side, but especially just with this group of people, what is one philosophy you would leave?
Oh, I think I think a life of service to people is a very noble and heroic thing. So I divide people with jobs between people who have jobs that serve people and people who are jobs just to make money. And you have a better chance of being a human being if you have a job serving people. Don't mean you will. Well, I mean, like doctors serve people, but a lot of them are just in it for the money, whatever. But so do nurses. And so do people who work at McDonald's and restaurants. You serve people. And that, brother, is a holy thing. Just want to say. Now, if you live to make money, then I don't see it. You really have to be intentional to serve the poor. Get out of your little box and do something kind of like out of the grain. And then the other thing is, well, just buy the whole chamale, and at this point, start figuring out how you can live below the poverty line, find other people you can work with, have these kind of minimal jobs that can pay whatever you need to pay for rent, and then find some place to do the work of mercy. Go out with those churches that are going out and visiting people along the riverbeds and camps. Go volunteer at a shelter. Look, you don't even have to be political. Go to your nearest nursing home and say, I have 5 hours a week, I would like to volunteer here. You want to start volunteering and serving the poor? Go clean up somebody's shit at a nursing home. That is holy work. That's what I'm trying to say. That's not even political. You don't even have to, you can do that as a Republican or a Democrat. I mean, yeah, and really, oh, this is the other thing about growing old I can share with you. If you're growing old, what you'll learn is eventually either you're doing a work of mercy for someone you love, or they're doing it for you. I mean, the older I'm getting, the more friends I go visit in nursing homes who are sick, who can't get out, and they're around my age. So those are the options for poor people, or old people. As you know, you have to go and visit relatives. Parent care, big stuff. Yeah. All right, guys.
You got 6 more minutes. Or we can call, or I don't know, share your last thoughts.
I'm grateful, thank you. you're attentive, and, yeah. Come visit, really, that's the, that is, you just gotta visit the place when we're open. That'd be the best time, then you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Yes?
Why do they call you Sonny?
Oh, well, I live in this Italian-American neighborhood with like, there must have been 8 first and second cousins within a block and a half around. It was an amazing place. And there were already 2 Franks, and Frankie Farrell won the fight, Bobby Cataldo lost the fight. He had to go to his middle name. And then when I came into the neighborhood, my mother and my father said, let's name him Sonny, so that I wouldn't have to compete with the other Frank. So, yeah. So it's either Sonny or Butch. I'm glad I got Sonny. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, gang.
All right, we'll see you next time.